Hello out there, YouTubers. Well, I'm doing the thing that I'm probably the worst at doing, or best at doing, procrastinating. I've been procrastinating, figuring out the problem with that sawdust drag since the last time we sawed. But I got to do it because we got to saw again. Now I know some of the problem is that this conveyor belt is lower than it should be due to these, I don't know how many year old boards that are just started to give up the ghost. I don't know what the problem here is. Look at that nail, not even holding anything. And the thing might just fall down. But as it's going down, the sawdust drag isn't working as good. So I got to get in here and do some cleanup. So I'm not good at cleanup. I'm good at procrastinating. I'm not good in maintenance. So we're basically going to just throw this stuff over into this pile, and I figured, well, you guys gonna have to take the bad with the good. So if you don't like it, just get out of the back out of it. It don't matter. If you're here, you're here. If you're not, you're not. But I gotta clean up this so I can bring that bucket up. And my groundhogs didn't show up to work today, so I guess I gotta be the groundhog. It ain't the first time I've been a groundhog in a mill, but it ain't gonna be the last time either. I think as I look back on it, the biggest recurring problem with sawmills is sawdust drags and how to get the sawdust out of there. Oh man, wouldn't you know it, the bobcat's on that one. Well, we'll break it off. Yep, break it off. That worked good. This stuff is old telephone poles, so don't really want to burn it, but you know something? I get to the point where I can't get rid of it. I had somebody with a chipper that can come up and chip it all for me, but it didn't pan out. These are little pieces that you just kind of throw over the top of the saw to get them out of your way, which if you're in the sawmill business, you know about just winging stuff over the top. I don't know where this is that's a real good board there. Well, not really. Half of it's good. That's a treated telephone pole. And once I get these out, because you can see they've been here for a while, then I get up there and start ground hogging. Oh, Lordy. These are the I think I mentioned in somewhere that I put my totes on, or told somebody I put my totes on planks because the bottoms of the totes were starting to rot out. So I put them on those things now, and hopefully they'll last me till I'm tired of using them. Brought a rake. Don't know whether I use it, but I brought it. It's actually pretty cold out here. It's when I came out, it was 38 degrees, but the wind calmed down. And I find it right pleasant out here. I have more clothes on than I need for this kind of day. Yep, this is stuff that nobody ever shows you. You got a lot of work at a sawmill behind the scenes, or I don't know what you call this. Junk work, busy work. There's a lot of it that goes on. Let's set this out that way. I got this. All right, I think that's good enough. I'm going to, I think I got most of the poles out of there. This is just regular pine here. That could get burned up. All right, I'm gonna pull the bobcat up and start ground hogging. That wasn't too hateful. We'll put you over on the other side. Oh, by the way, can't see what I'm looking at here because it's on the other side of the thing. I got all 4 of those logs up out of the wood, which was a good thing. I don't have my big green bucket on either. That was too far away. That was all the way down the front, and I just didn't feel like going that far. So, this bucket will hold a lot of sawdust. Bottom line is though, I gotta come out and I gotta saw some more of those 6x6s out. I sawed them out of poplar just years ago to try to see if it would work, and it did. Gosh, now I don't know where to put you guys, that you can see the whole circus. But let me see what I'm doing here. You got the front of the teeth, you got that. I guess you can kind of, you're gonna see my back. Don't know the best way to do this other than this is a different pole. Now some of my problem is this sawdust is just flat out frozen. That's in the chain. I don't normally saw when it's this cold out, but I did finally get a call for some wood that I talked to in maybe another video that I haven't even posted yet. I have some videos down at Jeffrey's that are like, when you don't have anything else, you put the fun stuff down at Jeffrey's on. Oh, Lordy. Yeah, there's a lot of frozen in this. Not when you get down real deep though. This is, I think that's what's keeping that chain from going. But it shouldn't have when it stopped working. That's what's keeping it from going now, I think. I don't know. Groundhog work. Used to always dig it out by hand, to be honest with you. This is that's the way it is. This is when I wish I had a fast forward, but you guys can zoom through. Put that little icon on it down the bottom. Turn you around and maybe, oh boy, look at this. It's always out of balance, isn't it? How about that, guys? Free ride. Of course, we ain't got it in there yet. And the tripod, there's always one leg that's screwed up, but that ain't working either, because I need to get it closer. There we are. That ain't too bad. From here, I'm just throwing it into the bucket. Sun's shining on the screen so bad. Typical problem that I always have. Don't know what's going on. So we're gonna dig a little bit more out. There's probably a couple yards in there, because a lot misses the pan that it goes into. But once I got it where I can see it, then you're gonna love the next part. You haters will love this. I think I can get in here now. I gotta start, I hope I didn't lose my tools over there. No. This thing, this is just frozen in here. We might not. I've had the sawmill running today, but I used to always clear this out in between sawing, but it didn't work when I finished, and now I'm paying the price. But I'm getting it. Don't want to lose my knife. Where'd that go? You guys ever seen the knife I got? You can't see it, but it's got saw. It was made out of a saw blade. we're good to, oh, there's a chunk. This thing clunks as it goes around. I don't know if you ever heard it. If you see past videos, you know that it clunk, clunk, clunk. Well, the clunk is every time one of these comes around. And years ago, the chain was so loose it kept skipping. So I took a few teeth out of it, and then the clunk came in. I think it's because it's well, it's hard to explain what it is, but it has to do with the way the chain goes around the corner down here. What the haters are really gonna love is when I turn that blade on and I'm working under here with that blade above my head. That's going to be a free-for-all then. But leave me alone. If I put the video on, you see the video, then you know it didn't hurt me. You see the video change funny or something like that. Frozen sawdust, buddy. But that's not the whole problem. See the chunks? I don't know if you're getting up in here where I'm at. We got the main funnel scooped out here. Actually down here it's not frozen, I guess, because sawdust is pretty good insulation. Well, I was doing pretty good till it came down. Getting there though. Look at those plunkers coming out of there. But that ain't what the problem is. The problem's underneath, where it's frozen underneath this thing. And that's where I got to get to, guys. So now I don't know what I do with my, there it is. Whew. Now I gotta dig some of this out, get it out of the way, put it over here. Now for the real groundhog work. I guess you're in there. I can't see because of the sun, but I really think you're in there. Whew. Believe it or not, it's hot. Oh yeah, I think I'm too fat to fit in there with all this here. Yeah, I used to dig this out every time I sawed. Years and years and years ago. Up at the Carroll County show, they don't have a sawdust drag up there, and we dig that out every couple cuts. You got to dig it out. What's interesting, this isn't that deep in here right now, is the different layers. I have to bring you in here, maybe. I don't know. The different layers of sawdust, as they pile up back there, they have different colors. So, actually, it doesn't look too awfully bad down in here. I can't get in there because of there's a paddle right there, and I don't think you're going to move this thing. There's a paddle right where I need to get into. I think as far as this goes, I'm pretty good with that. it fun owning a sawmill? It is just can't get no better. Well, this is when you haters are gonna really get on me. I got to be under there while the blade is going. Oh, look at that, one of my rubber grommets. I'll save that. That goes on that coupler. That's why on the new sawmill I don't have a coupler. What are we at time-wise? Oh, we've only been digging for 15 minutes. That's hardly a start. All right, here's what I got to do. And this is why on the new sawmill it's going to be different than this one. Is I got to go start the saw blade up. Because the sawdust drag is driven off the sawdust mandrel, it has to be running to see if this chain's going to run. Now I've already started it up and warmed it up and got problems up there too. The charging system isn't charging. But I'm going to go up there and fire that up, and then this thing might start moving. Kind of don't think so. I think it's got stuff way underneath there that I might be able to pull it through. But the if I could back it up a little bit, and this thing goes either direction. Anyhow, in order to get anywhere, you really need help, because the valve to make this thing work is up there. I got to start the engine. I got to be crawling under here, so it's a one-man band as usual, which I don't really care about that. It's just that's why it just takes so long to get things done. So I'm gonna go up and start the engine. You might have to put your ears on, because it's gonna be noisy. And when I'm crawling under there, just remember, if you see the movie, I wasn't hurt. And if I do get hurt, maybe my wife will put the movie on and say, why not go to the sawmill? Well, I made it up here, guys. It's a long trip. But road trips are good from time to time. Hold on to your ears, here we go. they're still digging. We're gonna dig some of this now. Get that out of there now. We're about done. Oh, we gotta get up there. Turn the old motor off. This is the root. Now that's working good enough I can saw. I know what the problem is. It's because that thing is coming down. Woo! I'm a mess here. But we're at 28. This goes off automatically at 3. Guess you know that by now. I guess if you're new here, you don't know that I jump over that all the time. Let it be. We're already in neutral. Charging system isn't working. Doesn't want to either. Whew. We got about 10 seconds to, that's working. What I'm gonna do next is roll that log down here and put it on. That ain't no little log. While I still got a couple minutes, I don't know if I got a tape to show it. This is the small end at this end. Here's something. We're gonna load this up and try to saw a log. We're at 30 inches here. So, and the heart is way off the side, so that means it's gonna pull bad. Let's go look at the other end. You got a few seconds before this camera goes out, but you got a nice long one, and it's Sawmill. You had a double heart down here with ring shank. So I don't know what I'm gonna get out of this, but I need two 2x12s for somebody. So over.